So here we are, almost ready for the open studios. Well, I should say almost not ready for the open studios, but I still have 2 days to go. So I'm hoping by Saturday this will be all cleared up, everything on the walls varnished, all the photographs taken of my new artworks and then adjusted, and some new prints done as well. It is rather lastminute.com as usual, but it'll be all right on the night, so to speak. So today is going to be a busy day. I've actually got my feather duster at the ready for my yearly dusting. Not really, but this is for all the cobwebs. One of the downsides of having a garden studio, and also not wearing your glasses enough so that you can't see the cobwebs, which is a great advantage. So let's get busy. Brilliant feather duster. Well, not a feather duster, but it's extendable like this. You'd have to go anywhere near creepy crawlies. Yeah, when you're so busy in here, you don't really notice the cobwebs until you really start looking. That's my excuse. Goodness gracious. I think we need a visit from Mrs. Hinch. Yes, my studio is still in disarray because now I've just decided to touch up the walls. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that little glimpse into some of the work I've been doing recently and the preparation for the open studios. I thought it might be helpful for those artists of you out there if I did a list of things that you need to think about before you do your open studio. Maybe you haven't done one before and it could help you, or maybe there's something on there which you don't do that you'd like to do. Now, this list is in an ideal world, and things crop up and things happen that you can't do what you need to do at the time on this list. So don't worry about that. Just pick out things that you find helpful and don't feel condemned or anything if circumstances change. You can only do the best that you can do at that time. So these are the things that I've thought about. Now, in an ideal world, plan well in advance the new work that you want to do. Too often I've left it to the last couple of months before the open studio. But next year, if I do decide to be part of it again, I want to start at the beginning of the year, so I have lots of time. The more you do in advance, the better chance you'll have of getting anything that you want framed, because if you leave it to the last minute, a lot of the local framers will be busy because if there's a lot of artists on the trail, they'll all be wanting things framed at the same time. Make sure you scan and photograph all your work well before the open studio starts, because then if you do prints like I do, you'll want to colour correct the scans and then get them ready and do test prints, etc., which all takes time. Add your new paintings as you do them to your inventory list. Now, I've mentioned before that I use Artwork Archive, and I've used it, actually it was just a few months after I started in the fine art sector, and it's just been invaluable just to keep a track of all your paintings, where they are, the sizes, and all the information that someone might ask. Or when you're putting them on something else, you need to know the size quickly, you can just look it up and all the information's there. I'll leave a link down below if you want to take a look at that. Make sure you have all the supplies that you need, things like cello bags for prints or cards if you do them, mounts, printer paper and ink for your fine art printer or your normal printer if you have one. Organise the printing of your business cards so you have plenty to give away. This is a great marketing opportunity. Have an email sign-up list. Now, I did do this time, but there was lots of people that I forgot to ask. So it's kind of a discipline and a habit that you have to get into to ask people to be part of that email list. Leaflets printed for other events that you might do, such as workshops. I've got workshops coming up, so I did give a few of those out. You can have a few drinks available. I have gone a bit OTT on this in latter years, and not many people actually took them during the day. They did take them, however, when I did a Christmas studio and had mulled wine. That seemed to go down well. But it's nice to have a few bottles of water in case the weather's extremely hot and you can offer people a drink. Give yourself enough time for paintings to dry properly before varnishing and putting the fixings on the back. Make sure you have enough food organised to make meals easy after the open days, because they can be very tiring. And also have snacks that are easy to eat between visitors, just to give you a bit of energy. If you can, have a family member that will go on the tea run for you. Tidy and clean your studio, not so it looks clinical, but so it's fresh and welcoming. Organise a suitable playlist, whether you use Spotify or something else, running in the background, obviously not too loud, but just something suitable that goes with the work that you do. Make sure you have things like bubble wrap or whatever you use instead of bubble wrap. If anyone buys a painting, you need to wrap it up for them. And prints and things like that. Have small bags ready for cards or whatever else you're selling. Make sure your card reader's up to date, and also that it's working properly. I do have 2 different card readers just in case, because the last thing you want when you're doing an open studio or another event away from home is for your card reader not to be working properly, because then you wouldn't be able to sell any of your products, which is obviously the whole point. A cash box and float so people can still buy with cash if they want, especially for smaller items. Make sure there is clear signage. Picture yourself trying to find your venue. Would it be easy to find? I also put balloons out the front just to make sure it's easy to spot from a distance. Make sure you send information a few times by your email list, and also that you're posting on social media well in advance. People forget, you just need to keep reminding them. And also email people a day or 2 afterwards thanking them for coming, and just as a reminder about how to find your website, etc. Now, there might be things I've forgotten on this list, but here at least it's a good starting point. So if you need to have a look at that, I'll leave it down below. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you do like them, please subscribe and also share with other people, and you can click the little notification bell if you don't want to miss any of the videos. And I'll see you next time.